No, hear me out, okay? Since the beginning of time, man has tried to categorize everything in their lives, including relationships. And I know now that there's this whole battle against labels and all of that, but we still can't help but try to put ourselves into a box that often doesn't even fit us well. Like, for example, before the question was always, oh, you two together. Who's the man and who's the woman? But then people started realizing that, huh, maybe women aren't property. And also, even if it is a straight couple in question, why does that even matter? So then it transitioned to who's the husband and who's the wife? But that wasn't much better. And then it was who brings home the bacon and who stays at home with the kids? But like, what if you're vegan and hate children? Anyways, so on and so on. Eventually, the question stopped focusing on unimportant matters like gender and all that. And we start asking things like, in this relationship, I don't know, who cooks and who cleans? Who's feminine and who's masculine? Who's a top and who's a bottom? But like, hello? People do both. Why is that the signifier of who's who in a relationship? And also, why do you care? But still, people need to be categorized. And I'm just as guilty of this, but like, nothing seems to stick. Like, nothing fits the two of us. And then I thought of it. Okay, I didn't think of it. I stole it from someone else. But that's not the point. The point is that I found this idea that actually kind of works. And I can't stop thinking about it because it makes sense. And it's this: I am the sun, and you are the moon. And I'm not talking like astrology or star signs or any of that. Honestly, I don't even understand co-star half the time. What I mean is that I am the sun. I like going out on Friday nights and meeting new people and trying to brighten people's days. And sure, I can be a little much at times, but people generally see me as a happy and go lucky person or whatever, even if I'm not. And you, well, you are the moon. You maybe aren't quite as extroverted and you like to stay in at times and can be a bit more reserved, and yet, even if you don't initially seem quite as exuberant, I still can't stop looking at you. Like, you have this emotional awareness about you, and you're crazy smart and intelligent and captivating. Wow, I can't even fully explain it. Like, every time you speak is just pure genius and your ideas. And I just don't understand because if I stare too long, the sun will hurt my eyes. But I can never seem to stop staring at the moon. Doesn't that make sense? Like, we are both just as capable of doing anything we want, and we aren't restricted in any way. And it's not really a label as it is a description of who we are, or rather, who we seem to be. Like, I am the sun, and I shine bright, but sometimes I'm faking it. But I'm always here for a good time. And you're the moon, and you may seem more reserved at first, but there's so much more to you that's mysterious and striking, and you glow so bright, I can't stop looking at you. And like, all the plants and all of the galaxies have hundreds or even thousands of suns and moons. But here, Earth has only one sun and one moon. That's all it needs. The sun and the moon and all the stars around them, seeing their fires into the universe, and glowing brighter and brighter as they illuminate over all of creation, with all of Earth in between us. That's when it gets tricky. Because it's like, think about it. When someone sees the sun, that means it's day. And when they see the moon, that means it's night. And if they see both in the same hour of the day, they always remark how odd it is that the two would be together. It's as if there's an entire planet separating us, rotating on its stupid axis, and taunting us and saying, "How could the sun and moon ever be together?" We're celestial beings, simultaneously distant and connected by the stars around us. And so we go about our orbits and everyday lives because that's what we're called to do. But sometimes, if the stars are aligned just right, and the universe is perfectly situated, and everything is in order, and God breathes life into Adam in just the right direction for us two to get swept up by it. Sometimes there can be an eclipse. The sun and the moon finally together. Two halves made whole, and all of the earth admires the union. And sure, it's only for a moment, a small piece in all of time. But maybe a moment is all we need.